Hello my friends and welcome back to episode 7 of my speed leveling guide of Fractured Online. In the last episode we bought our short bow, collected materials for the enchantment, and then we also enchanted the bow. If you don't already have a short bow with the material property hits incorporeal creatures, then I advise you to watch the last 2 episodes again. Having a bow that hits incorporeal creatures is critical to this episode. Let's look at the map for a moment. I'm south of Hardwood, and Hardwood is our destination. That's where we want to go because there are 2 question marks that we want to collect. However, the main reason for traveling to Hardwood is the fact that creatures called Sproutlings roam around there. These Sproutlings have the Verdant Regrowth ability. This causes us to cast a healing over time effect on ourselves. It lasts 20 seconds and we want this spell badly. So get on your horse and ride to Hardwood real quick. By the way, from now on I won't tell you to sit down at the fireplace or to check that you have enough stones and branches for a campfire in your inventory anymore. I've said this so many times now that it should be routine by now. The first opponents who want to be shot down are already waiting for us. These little wisps are the reason why we absolutely need this bow with the hits incorporeal creatures ability. As is well known, wisps have no body but consist of pure energy. With a different bow, the damage number would be 0, making the wisps unkillable. And this creature over there that I'm shooting right now and that's standing around a bit being bugged, these are the sad Sproutlings. We have to shoot them down for our healing spell. We need to kill quite a few of the Sproutlings because Verdant Regrowth is only the second ability that the Sproutlings will entrust to us. But the enemies are very easy to kill. You see, at first they just stand around and cast the healing spell on themselves. By the time the Sproutlings have started moving, you've usually shot them down already. You can also shoot the Sproutlings with a normal bow. So if you refuse to buy a short bow with that ability, just focus on the Sproutlings and absolutely ignore the wisps. With this wise here, we are in the Hardwood area. Here in the southern area, in the forest, these Sproutlings are absolutely everywhere. That's why I zigzag through the forest. If you see trees that you haven't clicked yet, click on them once to receive bonus knowledge points. Also collect unknown mushrooms and plants for even more knowledge points. The damage the Sproutlings dish out is still pretty decent, so use bandages if necessary. First of all, I always go to the left here slowly in the direction of the first question mark. On the way you'll meet several of these Sproutlings, just shoot them down. And once you spot the question mark, just move on to the next question mark. If you ever take too much damage, just retreat and heal yourself up with bandages. The large wisps deal a lot of damage. Try to dodge the arrow shot by the wisps. I use the same tactics for the big wisps as I did for the archer bandits in episode 3. Keep running up and down while shooting your bow to avoid enemy hits. We've now learned the Sproutling's first ability at 30%, but we came here for the second ability, so just continue. Once you spot the question mark, be very careful. Elementals roam around here that you don't want to fight just yet. They are very strong and they would absolutely destroy you. Get on your horse and ride back the same way. On your way you keep shooting down the Sproutlings. I always walk south of the ruins because there are too many enemies inside the ruins and, above all, too many walls. Inside you will be cornered in no time and you can no longer escape and ultimately you die. It's up to you whether you want to kill these wisps along the way. I always like to take them with me for their knowledge points. Then, once you get the Verdant Regrowth ability, you don't need to shoot sproutlings anymore. Ride to the large temple in the center of Heartwood and collect the second question mark. If something attacks you above the temple, don't panic. These are bugged and walled-in enemies, just keep running and ignore them. After you collected both question marks, this area is our next target. What exactly is there, you might wonder? Very simple. When we left the tutorial, we could choose our starting town. There were 2 towns to choose from on the continent of Mir. One starter town was southeast, over here. That's the town we chose. And the second town is west of here. And that's where we're going now. Our destination is where this river forks. If you encounter animals along the way that still yield knowledge points, of course you shoot them down. If you come across crates along the way, take a look at what enemies are walking around there. If they are easy opponents, then attack them. If you pass a town, I advise you to offer everything you have collected at the market, just for the sake of emptying your pockets. Also deposit the collected gold in the bank and ride on to the starting town. Once you arrive in the starting town, sit down at the fireplace and learn your new ability. Don't forget to equip the skill, press save, and memorize the preset. Personally, I always like to put the healing effect on the F key. If you have enough knowledge points left over for talent points, then unlock all the talent points you can afford and put them all in the yellow branch of the talent tree. When we activate the new ability, a green circle will appear around us. We and every other player within this green circle will receive the Verdant Regrowth buff. The buff causes us to get a bonus to our healing regeneration for 20 seconds. Let's take a look at it in the character screen. We have a healing regeneration of 16, that's from our armor enchantments, and it's already pretty decent. With the ability activated, the regeneration jumps up to 56. Usually you will no longer use bandages from now on, but you will use this spell instead. And that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked this episode, please press the like button, and if you want to see more videos in the future, subscribe to my channel. Until then, be well and take care.